Hey gang, today I want to talk about yes and versus no but. So in improv comedy, improv theater, there's this idea of yes anding somebody. So somebody spits out an idea, you agree with it, you just accept it and run with it. So it's like, I went to the doctor's office today, yes, and you saw your long lost love. Yes, and she was wearing a crazy hat because she just came from a shoe store. Yes, and she got the hat at the shoe store because there was a sale or something, whatever. Go on from there and you can create scenarios from that, but it requires something. The fundamental idea of a yes and is that it's between two people or a group of people. It's not something that there's no leader. Not in the sense of like somebody's directing the flow of where it goes. The idea is that as soon as you start talking, you're the leader. You take it to the next step, and everybody agrees with you. It's the yes and. It's the continuation of an idea, not disagreeing with it, not changing it to suit your needs, but it's about just rolling with it. And the opposite of that is the no but. The no but is something I see a lot in conversations. It's when people when they're sort of more waiting to talk rather than listening. And it's this. Like you're in a conversation, you probably can think of a couple examples of this, of where somebody's like, you're like telling this story, and they're like, and they interrupt you and turn it the other way. It's the no, but this, no, but that, no, but this is really cool, but more cool than what you're talking about, and it's an idea of resistance. When you're having a conversation with somebody, it's a dance between two people. That dance requires two people. It's not something that can be done individually. Sort of like clapping your hands. You can't do it with one hand, or you can, but it's not really the same. And when you no but somebody, you're not respecting the other person, not respecting where they're coming from and where they want to take this conversation, because it's when you no but them, you disregard what has been built, and you're shoving the conversation in the direction that you would want it to. And these are two sort of opposing ideas, the yes and versus the no but. And you can sort of relate this to overall life, maybe mindfulness work, this idea of just not fighting it, not trying to control it, not in the sense of where it has to go. You can control the immediate where it goes from here to there to here to there. But it's more important to just see where it can go if you let it unfurl, blossom as it will, because that's the thing about improv theater. You might think it's a little weird, you might not think it's that funny, but you can create some very interesting and elaborate scenarios, some very funny scenarios, just by yes anding to infinity, because it's a group created scenario rather than an individually created scenario with a no but leading the way. And when you no but your mindfulness work, you generally tend to not get a whole lot out of it, because you're like, no, but I gotta breathe. I just gotta focus on this. I gotta not worry about this one thing that I'm thinking about all the time. But if you just yes, I think about it, and I'm going to bring it back to my breath. There are sort of different ideas of how to approach it. It's the control versus the flow. And I'm a big fan of the flow. So think about that, consider it, and enjoy.